Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where today we're living in the danger spot here. Like this is the scary place we were in before, where it's just like if a neighbor were to declare war on us, that would be really, really bad, and there's not a huge amount we can do for it. We're just kind of like racing for an ending before that can occur. This time we're pursuing positive diplomatic relations, at least, which hopefully will make that somewhat less likely, but it's hard to feel certain. It's hard to feel certain when, like, at some point the math is just going to make a lot of sense for somebody, right? We have to hope that we can remain friends with our neighbors long enough to forge some kind of like real bond, and then the player who comes after us is someone who is further away and the power block can drive them off or something. I don't know. I don't have a real plan. But what I do have a real plan about is how to spend this money. Last time I was kind of agonizing. I was like, we want heroes, we need governors, but also all of these heroes suck and are bad for governing. They don't suck in like a broad general sense, but they're certainly not good for governing specifically. But here's what I realized. With our current Empire plan, it only costs us 865 dust to buy off the rest of the Alchemic Institute right now, and according to this, we're still in first place. It's entirely possible that we could just sit for 6 turns and be fine. However, I'm going to be nervous the whole time, and also, there are other things that this city could be building that would be very beneficial to us. So I think this is what we're going to do right now. We'll have enough money to buy a hero again, to at least take a look at buying a hero again in a couple of turns. We'll make some decisions then, but I want to get this down now. Especially since we're in the middle of going back, like we're about to research another previous era tech right now. And then after we get cultivation, there's a reasonable chance we're going to want a couple more. So like, yeah, the Alchemic Institute, I think, a good move in general. And then, like, working to level it up quickly, I think, is also, obviously, hugely to our benefit. So, to that end, probably a cargo dock, right? Or do we want to... We do need to get our altar up. We have a lot of pearls, and without the altar, we can't spend them for stuff. So, like, what if we... We do still have this problem where, like, I sort of want to expand that way and I sort of want to expand that way. And you can, you know, there's no reason you have to make the city in a particular shape. It could just be like a weird V-shaped city. I guess, actually, I don't have to really figure anything out yet because this tile needs to be built on either way. And then also we're going to make our cargo dock. And then, yeah, then we'll still put this together a little bit later. How much is the altar? 190? We can let the altar complete naturally. That's probably fine. Also, you know, this stuff should probably get done. Is it worth doing that? No, I'm gonna say no, because we'll just build a district there, right? Because we have to build a district there to I guess our city's gonna be kind of a weird shape anyway, because we are going to want to level up our dock. So we're gonna have to build districts here and here. So we're going to get that triangle city thing going, and then we'll build off in another direction after that. And if I was going to do that, then it's probably correct to build the thing here. But building up here to grab the anomaly, I don't know. It's probably slightly better to do this in a slightly different order. I'm not allowed to try to place that burrow until the altar's up. Okay, we'll just leave it like that for right now. We're building a couple of land units, which I think is the right thing to do. And then we'll start worrying about food structures and stuff. We're getting pearls. The other thing that I'd really like to do in the short term here is get control of an Urkin or two. I think it was tremendously helpful to making the other nations take us seriously as somebody they couldn't just conquer whenever they wanted. That we had a couple of kaiju on the payroll in those games in the middle of the series, and I'd love to do that again. And if Fakir was asking for almost literally anything other than Titan Bones, it would be so much easier to do. Because we only have one of these boosters, right? Yeah. We have a deposit, so we'll be able to get an extractor up eventually as well, but it's like... I don't know. That's tough. And taken through military force, obviously, is pretty off the table for us unless he decides to go for a swim. So, yeah. All right. Not much we can do about it, probably. Let's just go ahead and claim our legendary here. Hopefully that's not a thing that upsets the other players. I'm realizing I actually don't know. It could be, right? It totally could be the case that the AI get mad if you take a legendary building. Oh no, this Skyfin is going to come over here and kill our mastermind. Please just steer off. Please just go anywhere else. Okay. Because it totally could have, right? It could have attacked us once, and then we wouldn't be able to get, with only 3 movement, we wouldn't be able to get into the water next turn because of the forests. So that would have been bad and embarrassing. Okay, we can go get this. I mean, we do have the option of, like, cat's pawing a bunch of neutral armies in the area with the intention of pushing over to, I don't want to build the altar. This is what I was thinking of. Maybe. It's a very expensive building. But we do, right, have the option of cat's pawing a bunch of armies in the area to try to bring the Irkin down through force that way. Just, like, whittle it down with a bunch of bad neutral armies. I'm not wild about it as a strategy. And I am going to go ahead and build these seed storage things, even though we don't know for sure if we need them, because winter could end at any moment. They don't really do very much during the winter. Still 15% extra food. It's still something. But 1 to 14 turns, unfortunately, is such a wide... You know, it's very difficult to predict when we will actually make use of them. So, yeah, head in the direction of the pearls over here, and then we got a bunch of ruins. We can search in Rondaria. You are just searching ruins. Uh-oh. I spawned a combat. Defeat these fanatics for 30 die. I don't think I can do that. Yeah, 3 artillery ships. I'm gonna retreat. And then run away, obviously. Oh, I am not going to run away. Not immediately. Okay, well, if we break adjacency, I believe they will lose vision of us, so... Fingers crossed that that'll be enough to stop them from chasing me down. And I legitimately don't remember... What was I doing with this hero? Did we have a role for this hero? Grabbing pearls is important. I mean, I could just snap our hero onto the Vors here. Probably what I was doing mostly was grabbing pearls. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's more... I may as well just, like, head down this way and try to grab some more of the stuff over here. Yeah. That's looking okay. So, a couple of questions. First of all, I do think we want to pop this immediately. I was gonna say, where are we at on luxuries? How close are we to firing stuff? So we probably... Okay, there's a bunch of stuff that we're really close to, actually. Also, are we trading... Okay, we are trading with our allies. That's cool. Or sorry, with our peace partners, because the word ally does have a specific meaning. So we have to get to 102 dust from our tiles, which will probably happen when winter ends automatically, or at least we'll get close. Are we in a position to research a dust from tiles type thing? Because dust refinery won't do it. No, I don't think we have any researches that increase the dust per tile. We already have aquapulvistics, although we haven't built all of the relevant buildings. We can certainly do some of that, just to make absolutely sure we get where we're going. Okay, you already do have the thing. You could use a dust filtration thing for sure. Once we build the burrow here, we'll have 4 tiles. That'll be pretty significant. Obviously, doesn't actually fire until winter's over, but it's, yeah, significant. Apologies if I'm a little heightened today. You know, life. So once we get the cargo docks here, we're also going to want some dust filtration there. Oh, and we're about to start starving if we don't watch it. I might actually just... Here. Again, because we don't know how long the winter's going to be, I want that in place for when winter ends. My suspicion is, though, that we're going to be just fine. All right, remember to click the button. Very important that the button gets clicked. Because otherwise our submarines are for sure dead. And if we lose them, it's not the end of the world, but like to just have 3 ships go up in smoke for no reason feels pretty bad. Okay, I wanted to make sure they actually moved. Looks like that was enough to introduce us to Pink. Oh, right, because Pink has vision of the area, because their fortress probably has... actually, it doesn't look like the fortress does have detection. It has normal vision. But apparently it was enough for them to come out here and kill us. Alright, I'll do the version of this where I don't even damage your ships. How about that? You're an asshole, is what it is. I love commercial agreement. I love seeing that we are blood siblings. And it is about time to make a decision about heroes. Do we have... Okay, influence boost 1. Food efficiency feels very rough. And the thing is, heroes aren't going to naturally cycle for like what feels like a very long time. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in Dabuo Ofosu. We're going to use you just temporarily for this purpose, and then we're gonna make Ofosu a spy later. That's how we'll handle this. Yeah. That should be good. So, give me that. Hooray, we did it. It's turn 51. Oh, looks like the Draken are going to beat us to the Urkin game. Well, it's a little bit of a shame, but again, it's not like I really had a plan. So... Okay, this city is producing more dust by default. So it makes a little bit more sense to go here, because, you know, the dust boost and dust efficiency both have percentage modifiers attached to them. And we're going to go... I do think that Lord of the Trance is by far the most important hero skill for spying. So we will go for that first. And that'll prompt some new blood on the market. Not like, you know, a lot, but some. Some is the best we can hope for right now. It looks like blue is approaching the Urkin, who is down and to our right as well. So it may be the case that we are losing our shot on all of these Urkins in a way that we can't really do anything about. And I sort of don't... Well, I guess I can't be attacked by the Draken right now. I can keep going for ruins, I suppose. You know, grab this, and then head up for all of those. And we didn't quite get the fractions didn't work out the way I wanted. It's fine. We'll fire this next turn. Still don't want to shoot the pixie blood. The grass silk, I guess we may as well. We're bringing in so much so quickly. And, you know, it is extra money. It's not nothing. Oh, now that we have an altar also, we have access to a couple levels of pearl buildings. So right now there is no ice shelf, but we have a fair number of river tiles in our cities, and I think that the iceworks is going to be potentially interesting, but also we don't know how much winter is left here. Like, my feeling is that this makes more sense to build as we are approaching the next winter than it does right now. But we have a couple of cities where the chapel would be high value immediately. I sure do love a chapel of Auriga. And I think that since I'm building 3 points of population, both here and in Anshan, I think that's definitely a thing where it makes sense to kick the cities back into industry mode. This is a 3-village region as well. We actually did really well on that front. I do also think we should get the seed storage done. Okay, yeah, this should happen here as well. Actually, so should this probably. And also before the dock, probably that. And then when the dock goes up, it'll level up the altar, which is kind of... The altar doesn't gain quite as much as a normal district, I think, from leveling up, but it's fine. And then we'll be in every build is positive value mode, so that's good. That's my favorite mode. Yeah. So, does anybody need to have standing orders, like, desperately? I don't think so. Got a lot of pink ships, which makes me a little nervous. I think we're good, though. Public granary is a big deal. And the end of winter. Let's see if that does, in fact, complete the lurking threat for us. Okay, it did. It did. I figured. I know what's what. Okay, Cold War, that's the thing we're gonna fix. Let's get you up where we know you want to be. Okay, did not defeat the fanatics because somebody else defeated them for me. Okay, plus resource output, plus expansion disapproval, that would actually be a fine outcome for us. Make sure you have at least 10 luxury resource facilities within your empire. We do indeed, so we will receive the dust mind decoupling presently. Let's get you over to here. Is that us formally meeting? Oh, green. Wait, I should have hit that button. Where did we formally meet green? Ah, I see. A lot of movement around the Irkin. Not really sure what's going on here. And I don't feel safe going for that ruin so much. Well, maybe I'll be fine. My concern is the miners more than, like, green. I'm gonna back off. We can at the very least get a quest here. Let's see if we can get handed a little bit of free value. Yeah, you grab that and then go get these. Yep, all those seed storages looking pretty smart now. And let's go have a chat. Let's go have a chat with our friend, who I would love to remain our friend. And you're going to be difficult. You're going to make this a thing where I have to keep giving you stuff. Because of course you are. I mean, this is a deal that's pretty in your favor. And you don't have any particular dislike of us. You have the feeling that you could take advantage, but no particular dislike. Are we still, Yes, you are still friends with Blue. In fact, you're friends with everybody except me. I have to say that makes this feel it makes them busting me down to Cold War feel pretty counterproductive. Right? Like, shouldn't they not want to make an enemy? I guess if the figuring is that I am in a position where I will want to resume the peace relationship and I'll pay to do so, then they lose nothing by declaring the Cold War. Ooh, we are in the era where we can start researching stockpile tech, right? All right. When you research stockpile tech, you lose half your stockpiles rounded down. So we are just sextupling the value of this stockpile by grabbing that. Actually, is it plus 500 or plus 600? It's plus 500, yeah, so that's okay. I was right. Y'all had me doubting myself. Okay. So yeah, continue onward. Does anybody need to move urgently? No. No urgency here. Yeah, you already got that. Okay. And Blue has moved a large home army over to Khazar, but is maybe waiting for reinforcements before actually doing the thing. It is interesting how slow they're being on actually taking the Urkins. Okay. Oh, huh. Right, exotic armor. Cool. That's actually useful. The what do you call it? The accessories that enables will be useful to us. We also have the Dust Mind decoupling. Huzzah. Create 3 minor faction units equipped with one of the 3 available totem accessories. We will. We shall. We must. The Draken took this over. They managed to defeat the Vaulter army there. It is a little bit of a shame that it was the Draken, because if it was the Vaulters, we could try to do something sneaky, but now it belongs to our friend, and we would never, never disrupt that sacred bond. If I go for those pearls, they're going to try to eat me, so I'm just going to snap our hero up here for Ruin XP. Hooray! So let's have a quick chat. Okay, that is a purely payout type quest. Not interested. Yeah, get into safe waters as quickly as possible at the beginning of the next turn. And you know what? This city could really use the push. I don't feel bad doing that. Alright, get the docks established. Still looking pretty rough in my opinion. Specialized polyp, definitely more of a commander. So people are still ahead of us, which is 100% to be expected. No big surprises there. All right, let's talk about this faction quest. 3 minor faction units equipped with one of the 3 available totems. So, it says create. I'm not sure if we could satisfy this by just retrofitting existing minor faction units, but at the same time, I don't know if I care, because I would like to increase the size of our standing army, right? So, I'm not opposed to going Kiranex. So attack, damage, initiative damage, or attack and initiative and damage. I guess it makes a little bit more sense to use the Mithrite. The Hyperium is more important to the science buildings that we'll eventually want to build. But I do think this is like the worst of the totems by a pretty large margin. Then again, we can't keep it on them forever anyway. Well, if they're in a place where they're healing fast enough. I think it's fine. Initiative and damage up on a skirmishing unit that's intended to rush the enemy ranged and hit them before they can act is probably totally fine. So, obviously, Anchan, I want this to be done, but I would also love it if we could get some of this on the table. So that would take you to 7 turns. I mean, that seems pretty good. Here, let's just buy this out. Let's get on that immediately. So then in 6 turns, we've got our quest done, and we're still building like important stuff everywhere else. Do you think we're probably going to go granary before we go for this other thing? Yeah, okay. Getting control of a large portion of the sea immediately. Surprise, turns out to be a pretty good move. So, new question. How much more expanding? Do we want more land? And if so, where? Because like right now, the northeastern tip of this continent is the only place that we can see that there is free land. There's this, but I'm sure this is going to get settled quickly after Khazar is removed from it anyway. It is a little bit of a shame that trade routes from here won't be able to connect down to the capital. The region of Zade allows us to run trade from Hawir to all this stuff, but the fact that there's this dividing border on this peninsula in the way means that this stuff will only be able to... We'll have a much shorter trading range. Right now, it doesn't look like Gleka or Indotara are particularly useful to us. But 4 territories feels pretty small in terms of total science output. Like, I would like to have a larger number of total bodies on the problem once it is time to solve the problem. And we do have like an earth spine and some exotics right next to the coast here. And who knows? This place could have mithrite or something. I think I do want to build another settler. It's just a question of where. And maybe the answer is here. Like, put it above the cargo docks. Finish the chapel. Use all of the extra industry to get a settler out of here really fast. Settle Indortara before anybody else is adjacent to it in the hopes of warding off concerns about, settling on people. And then, it's potentially viable. And I do think we're just going to need more land. We're going to need a larger population. And a larger population largely comes from having more land. Yeah. And we can use some dust to push forward on some of these buildings too, because we are accumulating buildings that we actually want to use pretty quickly here. Okay, the roving clans produced a lot of dust. Can you believe it? Okay, a warning from Brown, not a great sign. If I compliment them back, does it offset the warning? I think it probably does. So there. I'll pay 12 influence. I don't care. That's not a real amount of influence to me this game. There are some games where like 12 extra influence would potentially be make or break. Okay, well that's a shame. And I guess, yeah, we can get up here and try to grab some more pearls. Pearls that are solidly mine. I will hear no different. A plow factory in the capital is going to be so good. How many more? We need a lot. How many more governors do we need? A lot. It turns out is the answer. Which makes me a little reluctant to just like rush buildings, but also rushing a food building in the capital, right? It feels significant. I forgot there was an extra gold deposit. Yeah, let's do it. And the gold extractor, why not? So we don't need to fire this other stuff. Probably better to hold it for trading purposes. Yeah, okay. And after unskilled labor, we might we might get the luxury technology and get on the Titan bones and the blood crystals, because we can, with our Dorgeshi, we can get a lot of Titan bones fairly quickly, and then, you know, those are valuable for trade and stuff. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Yeah, there's really no reason for Brown to give us a warning except that they intend to downgrade our diplomatic status. And right now we're at peace. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they want to go to war. It just means that they want to downgrade. Do they want to downgrade to war? That is entirely possible. And we just have to, you know, do our best to ward that off. We could potentially get our allies to declare on them if they declare on us, which is a thing we're thinking about. We definitely want to get, as soon as we get into Era 4, we want to get Alliance Tech. I think that's going to be pretty important. Also, speaking of techs we should get soon, you know. We don't actually have to care about expansion disapproval just yet. We're doing really well off of our large supply of luxuries, so. So it'd be 1,001 to buy this out from full. We're going to see some heroes naturally cycle off the market in 6 turns. It's a long time to wait. But we potentially already have the one hero that we really need. I am thinking I'm going to spend the money to rush the food building. You know what? We're gonna have a look at our influence and stuff too. We're gonna figure out the next empire plan, and potentially try to make peace with Pink here. So I think it could be really useful. This Pink is sort of massing up in a way that makes me a little bit nervous. Am I remembering that these are both temples? So we're gonna see another eclipse at some point here. May as well head down and just see if it makes sense to do that. There were pearls here moments ago. Well, I don't know. There's not a lot for this hero to do anymore. I guess we could sail for that. All right, 2 turns until we've built all of those. Let's have a look at our empire plan here. So maintenance, which is fine, is 800. Improvement is 1160. And I don't think the next city is going to go down right after we empire plans, so that'll be fine. 1160, right now we're not quite going to make it, but it wouldn't be very hard to push up to it from here. And I think I want to. I mean, I probably don't have to, like, obviously, of course I want to. It's an obviously good thing to do. So, where do I want to make a change? Does it make sense to do it here? 126 4 times, I need 1180. So 126 4 times is not actually, I don't know, that's 500. That's gonna just about cover it. Was it 1180? 1160. I think it's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. I might... No, we'll be able to do that quickly enough afterward. I really do want to get the food building up in the capital. I think it's really important. And the capital is going to benefit from it so much. Oh, right. So with that math, I don't have the influence, the spare influence necessary to to make any treaties with Pink, and that probably is a thing that I want to pursue, so maybe we do need to bump more people. Let me buy this, and then we can move people in the capital over. Uh-oh. Okay, Cold War from Brown. That's probably a no. All right, yeah, we're going to want to make a couple of treaties here. So Lord of the Sea is fine. Obviously, this doesn't do anything because you're not a governor. Although we could take a couple points in this and eventually get the, get to a point where we could move Iraku into governorship of a city to produce boats really quickly and then bounce back from there. Yeah, because I don't really feel like the second level of this is all that necessary. It only applies to transport ships that are in this army and everything. I might alternatively, maybe we should pick up this stuff in case we have to pull Iraku into land battle or something. Like, he is potentially a land unit, right? Even better than a land unit. He's potentially a land commander, so. Yeah, okay, this will give me enough influence to play with a little bit. Let's talk to Brown about going back to peace. So not a big fan, it turns out. Brown has intentions. Interesting, considering that they're still friendly with all of my friends. They did just get an Urkin. Maybe they're just looking for a place to draw blood. Do they particularly like any of our resource stockpiles? Okay, the answer is yes. There's some stuff that they're pretty responsive to here. I'm really surprised they're not more willing to jump at 70 pearls. It feels like it should obviously be a huge deal for them. So we could do like plow factory plus some adamantium. I'm way more comfortable trading this away than the titanium because, as we know, we're rapidly approaching the part of the game where like the titanium is going to be incredibly meaningful. All right, I'm comfortable doing this. I know Plow Factory is a powerful technology to trade this early in the game, but also we really, really need to not be the war target. And I do need my allies to stick with me a little bit here. If we can make friends for a while. Yeah, unfortunately all the luxuries that I'm pulling in tons of are worth nothing to the AI. Okay, the Hyperium is what generates that spike of interest. They like Palladian a lot. Because we don't have to be friends forever, right? We just have to be friends until they get invested in some other conflict. At some point, they will draw blood from somebody. Ugh, all the Palladian plus all the Hyperium doesn't get us there. That sucks. If they were to declare war, it would be a little bit of a pain. These ships aren't really that well statted, though. If we can just get Howard's production up a little bit by like rushing these docks would be a huge help. Then maybe we could just produce enough ships to fight them off. When we have our own ships, they're going to be as we know, they're going to be like hugely numerous. All right, I'm not going to bother pursuing peace with them. It's too expensive, and we do need to have some influence left. And right now, we're going to come up short on... Yeah, right now, as it is right now, we're going to come up a little bit short on influence for the Empire plan. How many? Okay, apparently I have to leave everybody over here. All right, that's what we will do. And definitely go ahead and fire this now. And definitely fire this in Laldora. Population. The population of Laldora is a tremendously important thing. This is a terrible deal. Although I suppose we could, like, there's a version of this where we use that to fund the other deal, but... Yeah, a thing we definitely need to do is just build up our navy sums, that the math looks a little bit less attractive to the other players as far as attacking us goes. Okay. I will say our faction quest is like really cooking, like a lot faster than I thought it would. I wonder if it is going to be viable to just finish that instead. Okay. So now we have to destroy 2 hostile armies. It says enemy armies, but if I remember correctly... Don't do this. Compliment. If I remember correctly, Cat's Paw Army, or like turning a village hostile with our thing and then fighting the armies that come out of it does work. How expensive is it to do that? Could I flip 109? So I don't want to do it right now. I want to wait until after we hit our Empire plan. I also definitely want to buy this out. And then build these. We're going to need, yeah, we're going to need to go big pretty fast. And we just got some pixie blood, which is not terribly exciting. So one thing that is probably going to be necessary here is having all of the cursed Berdekis in the same place. Probably do have to keep everybody on influence for the moment, as much as I do not like that. Anchan is remarkably productive. I think I'm going to turn our hero around. I don't want those pearls as badly as I want to present a slightly larger local force. You, on the other hand, I have no idea what to do with. I guess maybe you go back to shore. It's not going to matter, probably. Okay. So we have a productive city up there with the dock. I'm definitely nervous. It feels to me like we might be about to see an unmask and backstab here. I wonder. I wonder if it makes sense to go Draken and just play really influence heavy and just make it so that you can force truce on people all the time. And that wouldn't prevent them from destroying you necessarily. They would absolutely be able to still use what do you call it? Privateers to kill you. But it would cut off some avenues. Or maybe with necrophages, if you got enough of a snowball start, maybe you could just get big enough that your neighbors would not be able to bully you. But it feels pretty unlikely. Please tell me they're just sailing somewhere else. I mean, we could... Are they at war with anybody else? Is there... Nope. In fact, they are allied with Blue. I would like to be a part of this alliance. Almost certainly not. Throne of Emperors constructed by someone. Oh, pink. Interesting. I was kind of assuming it would have been the Draken. I mean, it makes sense that it's pink. We're going to get this real soon, so that's fun. Yeah, let's grab that, and then it's... Oh, I got the science thing already. It's like, wait, why didn't I actually click on this? But the answer is I did. I totally did actually click on that. Hooray for the Advanced Alchemy Lab. Later, you know, soon. So yeah, you get up here and... Yeah, you're just going to jump in this garrison so that you can be quickly flipped. We probably have to leave everybody on influence for a little while after we get the Empire plan as well, which is a little bit of a bummer. Then we need to build like a ton of districts just everywhere. And this is a terrible deal. They're valuing that glass deal extremely highly. Could we get something from them that we do want, though? I mean... Oh, right, I left the menu, so now I can't... Now I can't ride off of their influence for the deal anymore. Well, it's interesting to know, though, that they're actually willing to trade tech. I was going to double check on some things, but now it's kind of irrelevant. So I would love to get one of these boosters to fire right before we put up the new city. It looks like the timing on that is pretty much going to work. Pretty much. Provided, of course, that we do not get murdered. And it's a big provided. Keep the die running forever. Okay, that did not round in the friendly way. But it's alright, I don't think we're ready to settle yet. Yeah. And it does look like Pink has backed off their ships. Probably something else to do. Here comes a sea monster to let me know that it is not, in fact, in my best interest to try anything regarding going to get the pearls. And this is the moment where I do this. I give it a shot. So what I want to do is spawn out the army that is just these Brodecki. Put them in position next to the thing. Exclusively composed of units cursed by a totem. They spawned in the water. Well, that means they can't reinforce when I do this. Pain in the ass to rebuild the village, but... that did count. We can always rebuild the village this way and then just pay the dust, so... Okay, yeah, that was one. Regarrison, I guess, to limit the effect of the totem on your health. It says reinforcing friendly armies don't count. I probably was fine to use reinforcements there. I read that as like, you know, the armies in the it doesn't count to have somebody, one of your other armies do it and then have the reinforcement or the totem army serve as reinforcements, but it reads in a friendly way too. Okay. And additional levels, huzzah! You're so inspirational, friend. Oh, the Alayi got there this turn. It was this turn I was gonna get it. I mean, it's fine. It's not that great of a breastplate. Like, it's not game altering or anything. Give me some of this for sure. It's probably fine, but let's just go ahead and do it this way anyway. Oh, I didn't auto. Well, whatever, it's fine. It doesn't actually matter. Almost certainly. Well, I probably want the... Obviously, I want to get the distance moved for charge, but also we want the morale. And then I can't select you for some reason. Okay. Pretty bummed out about the failure to kill. Also, pretty bummed out about me forgetting how Sweep Strike Back works and that these units have it. Okay, we did it. 25 Moonleaf. Maintain a black spot against green for 10 turns. That seems doable. And I'm going to redesign these units. There we go. So they don't starve to death from their curse. And then I'm going to I should probably actually move this force over to Laldora. Oh, open wounds. Cool. Well, it's a really good thing we took the totem off of them. So, it looks like some stuff has happened here. The heroes on the market are a little bit different. They're still bad, though. There is a Feeds on Bones. Never mind. I'm happy with a Feeds on Bones. Feeds on Bones can go to Anchan. Well, Feeds on Bones can go to Ingaleth just as easily. That's also good. But do we want Feeds on Bones up here instead because this city has to get powerful? I think so. I also think we can move people back off of that. So, good first skill point. You know what? I'm going to cap this out. Yeah, we can move people back off of influence now in all of the cities, I reckon. Okay, I am going to do this again. I'm going to go and bribe this village. Oh, does that not work? Okay, there we go. Was that worth... That was worth XP, right? I think that was worth XP. Pretty sure a bribe action is worth XP. So we could also have just put it in the queue there, but I was trying to buy a little bit of experience for our friend here. And then we can... When they come on land next turn, we can fight them and get a little bit more XP. And then... Alright, next turn we'll be able to hire another governor, which is cool and good and excellent. And yeah, I guess you're just keeping an eye out. Let's just make sure there's nobody hiding in these fog banks. And it's time to put it down, right? Like, I think so. Don't see much sense in waiting. Okay, so... alright, don't have to do anything wild about our approval levels. We are going to immediately buy out some stuff in this city. We do have the resources to get the basics up and running. I consider cargo dock to be one of the basics, given everything. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll worry about the governors and stuff afterward. I think getting that cargo dock ready is going to be a big deal. So there are some... I'm debating whether I want to get up here to prepare for the eclipse. I think you know, there's still some stuff up here we could search for a first time, so maybe worth it. You're exactly where you need to be, and trusting, huh? Sorry. They're not going to love that. Just got to demonstrate our mastery over empires. I think the next step of this might be something of a stopping block, but I don't remember, so we're going to find out. Am I making an enemy? Potentially. Maybe. Alright, so at this point... building a district here levels up the dock and the and that district, so it's definitely worth doing. Gets us 5 level 2 sea regions, which is sea tiles, which is pretty great. I might even, you know what? No, I definitely want to prioritize that. Advanced Alchemy Lab's good and everything, but the thing I like about Black Spot Green is that green is really far away from us. There's not like an immediate retaliation move available to them, which is not to say that they cannot retaliate, but it takes a little bit more effort. Never stop moonleafing. You get Lord of the Trance, which is awesome. You get to make killing, which is also awesome. Reaping station's real good. Titan Bone Extractor, real good. So we're just going to have to be careful with our units this time. I think I do basically like this. And the units who are injured are probably going to just stay the hell back. Yeah. Okay, we got our crippling charge actually fired there, which is great. And I do believe that'll be the end of it. All right, 7 XP is not like, it's not amazing, but it's something. And now we can actually use our influence to generate like goodwill and stuff. We can make friends with people, we can give gifts. I am thinking that we are probably on the give gifts train. Although we don't have so much influence. We do have to be a little careful. What am I doing? I should be approaching these from the water. That's some real landlubber brain right there. So we still haven't formally met Red, and I think I'm actually fine with that. I know that damages our information gathering capabilities to some degree, but also Red's a huge pain in the ass, so you don't necessarily have to make friends with the forgotten player, you know? Sometimes you can just leave them out of it. So I don't really think we need the blood crystal extractors. We have lots of blood crystal facilities. But I do think it makes sense to build some burrows and alchemy labs. Let's make lots of stuff really big and impressive. I actually want Public Works next. I think that, yeah, we're doing just fine on Dust. Public Works, on the other hand, is going to give us the resources that we need to potentially run a lot of like gift giving and whatnot. And I do, you know, making friends. Making friends is good. Dust Efficiency 2 is pretty rough. Dust Boost 1 is not much better. Nachapsesa is Food Boost 1. I thought this was the Draken that had food and influence boost, and I was like, yeah, that'll do. It looks like we're kind of low on good heroes again, and we still definitely need 3. Ideally, 3 more governors would be great. Because we do want to, remember, we do want to move Ofosu into full-time spying when possible. So yeah. That's a little awkward. Mildly jealous. They're pretty mad about all of the sea that we own. And I would gladly give them something for it. If I thought we could chill them out. Where is everybody in terms of science output? So we're nowhere near anyone else. Giving Pink additional science, though, seems like it's probably not going to hurt that badly. Like, what if we give you statistical methods and also some glass steel and also, what else do you want? Dust water? God. It is kind of going to be a pain to generate this much approval. All right, let's go. You end up needing a fair amount of glass steel, but certainly nowhere near as much glass steel as titanium. And we are pulling 10 per turn. Oh, that's 181 influence anyway. Okay, well, never mind then. Definitely want to buy that out. Point. Okay. Why not? Well, that's gonna give us some distance. We're still 100% approval absolutely everywhere. I'm getting a little nervous. I think this is where we're going to call it for right now, but things are running smoothly enough that I am I am having concerns generated by the degree to which things are running smoothly, because that's how my terribly poisoned brain works. If you have enough personal catastrophes, you start to catastrophize everything around you. Anyway, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, hopefully tomorrow, we are potentially going to finish our faction quest. Maybe. I don't remember what the next part of stage 7 is, but like, if that does happen, obviously we'll call an audible into trying for a wonder victory or something. Seems strange, but it doesn't seem totally impossible. Maybe we could actually win this one. Fingers crossed. And we'll see you then.